What's up? We got to do something we haven't done in a while last weekend, and we got to go on a bit of a game hunt. We only went to 2 stores. We found a lot of decent stuff, a lot of stuff that was awesome, but I didn't want to spend the money for. The one store had complete copy of F-Zero GX for GameCube, but it was the player's choice, and they wanted 85, which is not terrible. Especially for something that you buy in person with a 14-day warranty and you get to actually see it before you get it. But I try to avoid player's choice at all costs for all systems. I try to get original labels for everything. So we're just going to kind of go through what all I've picked up recently, and then I will get it added into the catalog. We'll get things moving. So prior to this, we have 130 is the collection. So get that out of the way, and you will always find random motorcycles if you have a kid around the house. All right, so we start with, it's a lot of 360 games. 360 is the primary console that I'm collecting for right now, and Wii U, trying to get them before they start going up. I actually got some really decent Wii U stuff. Wii U stuff is cheap. Wii stuff is getting expensive. If you can find it cheap, grab it. Like, don't wait. People thought GameCube was never going to go through the roof, and GameCube just continues to add 20 to 50% year over year. It's not crashed yet. So if there's something you want for Wii and Wii U 360, get it. PS3 has already started to go up. Buy PS4 while it's cheap. Like, if you want it or you think you're going to get it while you find it at a price you like, because that may not stay that way. So we start with Dragon Age Inquisition. First one, we got that for $6. Thought that was fair. When you go to these stores, it's stuff that is decent, that's at a decent price that you don't normally see local. So it's not like, oh, that's a super rare title, but it's still a good title, and especially for that price. And these were all buy 5, get 6 free. We also add Wolfenstein: The New Order, also for $6. And this is a massive 4-disc. This is late 360, so you've got 4 discs with it, which is insane. And I do, as a general rule, install 360 games to preserve my laser. Original label Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. This is really not common to find around here in the non-collector's edition or the non-platinum hits edition, or just even with a case in general, because it's very common to find it just with a generic case, and especially for $6. That's one that usually you'll see it just the disc only, or with a case that they just printed off, so that's nice to have. The first store couldn't find my copy of Forza, so instead I just grabbed Go Sudoku for the PSP. It did not cost me anything. They had it listed for $199, but it didn't cost me anything. PSP is one of those systems that I do not currently have. I traded the one that I had for something else, so that'll be on the list to grab another one. But Go Sudoku is actually really good. I actually discovered this working for GameStop, just randomly grabbed it to test the system with and really enjoyed it, and you don't see it all that often. It's not a super common game. From the one store that had a lot of GameCube stuff, I did pick up 18-wheeler American Pro Trucker. This is also complete. It was $10, and it's actually one that I've not played a lot of 18-wheeler, but I have played a lot of 18 Wheels of Steel. That is one of my favorite over-the-road games. 18-wheeler American Pro Trucker, I think, predates it. And then for $3.99, picked up Dragon Age Origins. They had a copy of the Awakening expansion, however, it was a generic case, so I opted not to grab it. But a complete Dragon Age Origins, also for the collection. Another one that's kind of uncommon to find just a base version of, and the price fluctuates. I got it for $3.99, is Far Cry 3. And I played a lot of this when it came out. I still enjoy it. Don't go back to it a whole lot, but when I do, it's still a really fun playthrough. Still has the most realistic AK that I've ever heard in a game. They get the sound closer than about any movie that I've ever seen has. Another one that I just needed to grab something quick for my freebie, retailed for $5.99. I did not pay anything for it. Batman Arkham Knight for the one. Not the greatest game in the Arkham series, but they still did a really nice job with it. Something that you don't see very often, and it was only $4. I actually have not seen this in one of my local stores in quite a while. And not only that, but it's the Day 1 variant. Rise, Son of Rome. Have not seen this one in quite a while. Never finished it. So that will be on the list to go back and finish. Oh, wait. Ooh, we have history. What do we have in here? This is a GameStop receipt. 11/30/14 from Southport Center in Indianapolis. They bought the $449 Xbox One 2014 Assassin's Creed bundle, but this actually does not have this game on here. Interesting. These are always fun. It's always fun when you find a receipt. So is this the one for the bundle? Or for this game? Let's see. 11/30/2014. Pre-owned copy of Advanced Warfare for $51.29 and Rise, Son of Rome for $26.99. So in theory, this was purchased pre-owned November 30th, 2014 and did not sell for 8 years. So that's some cool history in there. $2, Saints Row the Third. I think that gives me almost the complete set of Saints Row. So Amazon had Mario Strikers Battle League for $34.99. If you don't know, Target matches Amazon even those prices, so I got Strikers Battle League for $35. This is actually a really cool one. Donkey Kong Country 2. Only paid $15 for it, which is actually really good. It's also one of the reasons you don't ever see decent cartridge games at any of the used stores, because they get bought up by dealers really fast. So it's not common to find a lot of the other stuff. $12, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Miniland Mayhem. One of the cheaper DS Mario games. Mostly because it's not a traditional Mario game, it's a puzzle game, kind of like Lemmings, so not hugely popular, but good one to have for the DS collection. I'm probably going to just need to, at some point, eBay a copy of Mario Hoops 3-on-3 complete, because I have not seen a complete Mario Hoops at a retail shop in years. This one was really surprising to me. Ace Combat 6, Fires of Liberation. I've actually not seen this for under about $16.99 at my local shop in quite a while, and they had this one for $7.99, which is an immediate grab, because Ace Combat 6 does not drop very often. And then this one, I relented. I didn't want to, but it's less than half the price of a non-platinum hits. So we picked up the original Saints Row. So I have 1, 2, and 3. So I just need 4 and get out of hell. Unfortunately, it's platinum hits. It's extremely hard to find a complete non-platinum hits version of the original Saints Row. They sell for about $20-25 on eBay, so I just went ahead and relented and got that one. And then there's two of them here that I haven't seen in so long, I forgot that they were even a thing. Definitely remember it because I was involved, worked at GameStop when these were released, when the 360 was new. The Arcade Compilation Disc and Xbox Arcade Unplugged, which I have not seen these anywhere in several years. And when you say rare or uncommon games, people think, well, these are cheap, nobody cares, these aren't rare. Well, no, you don't see these very often. These are not something that I have seen around here in ages. And I don't think the compilation disc actually came with a manual, even though this would have been from, what, 2007 about? I'm pretty sure this was 2007. Not packaged for distribution, separate from the console, but I looked on eBay and could not find a listing with a manual, so I don't think it ever came with a manual. But those are two games that are definitely not common. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but it's one of those that I want to collect the set more than I want to play the set. So we got a Black Flag. The only versions that they had cheap were the GameStop exclusive versions. So while I prefer just like the base retail version, this was $2 versus like 7 and 8 for other stuff. So went with that one. Completed my Gears of War set with 2 and 3, so I got all 4 of those for 360. Test Drive 4. This was one that actually one of the kids picked out. I was like, yeah, you know what? That's cool. We'll go with that. Test Drive. Test Drive is not a bad game. So we got Test Drive 4, and then they had a copy of Blitz cheap, so I picked up the copy of Blitz because you can never have too many copies of Blitz. And I'll get the arcade one-up cabinet when I have somewhere to put it, because I'm already quickly running out of space. I'm gonna have to rearrange some stuff and figure out kind of how I want to go. May actually end up pulling my computer out of that room because I don't have enough space. Like I said, Wii U is cheap right now. Super Smash Brothers for under $10. Really happy with that. Fortunately, the consoles have already started to go up, but that's on my list to grab a Wii U console. Kids picked out Mario Madagascar, and then we also got the original 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I've been looking for a while. Been looking for a copy of that. Captain Toad, cheap. Again, cheap first-party game for Wii U. I'm talking like $8. Remember, I guess I did not do Splatoon. I already spent enough money. Yeah, that's why I didn't do Splatoon. They had Splatoon. Splatoon runs for about $8. I need to get that one too before that stuff starts going up. Little Big Planet 2, just to kind of grab something for PS3, kind of build that collection a little bit. You don't see a lot of these up here. I was surprised to find their PlayStation 2 stuff with stuff that I don't see a lot up here anymore. Just Bring It, I still need Shut Your Mouth, that I have not seen one of these for a while, so we got Just Bring It for 10. Wrath of Cortex was they only charged me 10 for it, so that was awesome. Complete Wrath of Cortex. You know, Crash you don't see very often, just in general. It's not a super common game anymore. And then we got Ratchet and Clank and Up Your Arsenal. The Ratchets I don't see up here anymore. But if you're gonna collect PS2, you know, Ratchet, Spyro, Crash, that's all stuff that's, you know, high on the list for running with PS2 stuff. You gotta have those guys. And then the other store has the retail version of the original Forza, which is not common to find. 9 out of 10 that you'll find will have the arcade version included because that was bundled in one of the last Xbox bundles that they made, because Forza came out in 05. It was very late into the original Xbox's life cycle. And so to find an actual retail version is very uncommon, and that's the version that I prefer. Then we did a little Black Friday specials, but like not Black Friday week. We bought them this week. Odyssey, got Odyssey for $39, so picked up an Odyssey. Miles Morales, I've not played it. I know it's great, so that is going to be on the list as well. That was $20. Sackboy was $20, and then I finally picked up PGA 2K23. Now, if you haven't seen, I've got a video on the channel showing Xbox versus PlayStation and why I buy certain things on Xbox and certain things on PlayStation. Anything that is heavily joystick driven, I buy on Xbox, because the PlayStation joystick being down hurts my thumb and I get cramping in through here if I play it for too long. So driving, sports, golf, because it uses the joystick to swing, that all stays Xbox. Baseball, I kind of go back and forth on. I have baseball for all platforms, but anything that is heavy on the joystick, I try to stick to Xbox because I know it's going to be comfortable and I'm going to have more success at it. I have a posted side-by-side from Hot Pursuit Remastered on PS4 and Xbox One to demonstrate the difference in how much I struggle with the PlayStation controller for driving games like that. I'll link it down in the description. I can't play driving games on the PlayStation. It hurts my hand too much. I need to have the thumb up higher. But let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3. So that's 34 games. So that'll bring our collection up to 164. And I want to try to do, probably not weekly, but every other week, pick somewhere to go. And then maybe once a month make a trip and try to do some digging outside. But the thing with that is that if I watch auctions and lots on eBay, then I can get more stuff that I'm directly looking for. But I need to pick up some hardware too. I've still got some work to do in the game room to get that how I want it set up. So we're getting there. You know, this is, I just got to remember, this is not a quick thing. This is a, long game, getting everything set up how we want it and having the arcade and everything set up how we want it. So, but that's the new stuff. Thanks for following along with us, and we'll catch you next time.